way back when we used to live in the island of San Vincent. We were exiled from the island of San Vincent in 1797 to the island of Roatan near the coast of Honduras. And from them to the main coast of Honduras, we migrated to Guatemala, Nicaragua, Belize. And now, of course, we are here in the U.S. and everywhere in the world, you will find Garinagu people. We are hybrid. In other words, we came from Arawak Indian, Carib Indians, and Black African. So the ethnicity of the Garifuna happens to be in San Vincent. And they mingled there. That's how we became to be about.
On a Wednesday evening, we made our journey to South Los Angeles to interview our Garifuna speaker named Camilo. He is from Livingston, also known as La Buga, Guatemala. He shared his heartbreaking story about how he had to depart from his own native language. His relationship with Garifuna was torn apart since he was very young. His teachers in elementary school forbid students to speak Garifuna. The anxiety and fear led students, including Camilo, to adapt to the new dominant language, Spanish.
Okay, my name is Camilo Echeverria. I'm from Guatemala. During that time, during my times, when I was on elementary, they were allowed to hit you.
Right.
Elementary for a Garifuna kid during my days wasn't easy. Now imagine the people before me. Okay? Because during that time, the majority of the community on my town was Garifuna. We're talking about 60% on my days. Like 60% of the community was Garifuna. Okay? But they were not controlling the town. It was other people. They used to bring teachers. They used to bring teachers from other cities to teach in Spanish. You see, I have a friend, but he lives in San Diego. Every time he calls me and he speaks to me. That's the friend that I learned the language from. And he calls me and he starts talking to me and Garifuna, nah. Sometimes I catch words, sometimes I don't. And I feel bad, and I have to stop. I have to tell him, and talk to me in Spanish because, hey, I teach you how come you don't? When I listen to them, I understand what they say. But when but for me, it's a little bit hard to
speak it.
To speak just like that. But when they talk, I get it.
Could you go through the whole alphabet?
Yeah, I got A, Garunati.
B,
Ba.
C.
We don't have C. D will be Da. E will be Gayulmati. F will be Fa. G will be Ga. H, A. I, Gagiriti.
So it seems like the vowels are the ones with the long names, like A, E, I, O, U.
Even though you guys were forced to not speak the language, did that also affect how you guys practice your culture, the food? You get me? Or did you guys still continue making your dishes?
Oh no, your dishes are your dishes. Nobody can touch that. Garifuna has to have coconut. Okay? Soup, coconut.
Really?
So good.
No, it's good. Soup has coconut. Chicken, when they make chicken, coconut. Good morning. With to Binafi. How are you? Ida Viña. Kabiri. ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? I'm okay. Margadiatina. Uguchu. It's mother. Okay? Uguchu. Mother. Uguchi, father. Ayo, Nebuga. Okay, goodbye, I'm leaving. Thank you, Sereme. If I go back to my town, for sure I will.
Learn it.
I will relearn.
My name is Carlos Domingo Alvarez. I'm a Garifuna teacher. I've been teaching Garifuna for the last 30 years. And also my nickname is Garifuna Master Drummer. I make drums. I manufacture Garifuna drums.
Well, my name is Flavio Alvarez. I am originally from La Buga, Guatemala. I am the chief of the Jampunu Wanarwa over here in Los Angeles, California, from 19 to 2000 till now. I've been chief for almost 13 years.
Yeah.
Mingo used to be the chief before me in 5 years.
I'm fascinated to always talk about the language because it's so rich and it's so interesting. Let's say, for instance, you are a woman. If you were a Garifuna woman, to say the word I, you say Nugia. I'm a man. I never use Nugia. I would say ow. It's like speaking two languages, two different languages at once.
Gender, right? It's
Yes.
gender, split in gender.
Female.
Correct. That's due to the fact that the Garifuna language is 65% Arawak, Indian language. It's about 15% Carib, 1% African, and also has some influence Spanish and English. So it's very interesting. And let's say, for instance, if you say my canoe or my car or my spaceship or my way of transportation, you will say Nugune. I, Saman, I'd say Yagana. So it's usually the women in our communities are the ones that educate our children. And that's why most of our children, before the age of 18, they speak like they're speaking to their mom with reverence. So most of their vocabulary is Arawak. Until they become independent, they become adult, the man himself adopt a little different way of expression, which is the Carib, which is a little bit more imperative way of communicating. But still, the same language. One, Garifuna.
Can you say a few words in Garifuna? Like, can you guys have a conversation?
Certainly.
Yeah?
Bueno, kafuna titabusa rubu nasi tota frente no wama geweto naude. Tachi hanya lagu hawagu wani bafa lagu lura gate. What I said
Yeah, what
is,
did you guys...
what this stranger is questioning us, what is it that she wants to know? And he said, oh, she wants to know about our history. Oh yeah, you're right. Then I answer, I say yes, she's interested in knowing our culture and our history. The Wanarawa dance is a war dance. This is a festivity that we usually do on special occasions, Christmas Day and New Year's Day. And so to us, old-timers, this is a hope that our culture is going to be kept alive for a long time.
What do you guys do to preserve the language here in LA?
Yeah, like I was telling you, we preserve the language since we almost Mingo just say about maybe 2,000 Garifunas over here, which is from Guatemala, Honduras, and Belize. Some people from Nicaragua, but Nicaragua they don't speak the Garifuna now, the last language.
Okay.
But we preserve this Garifuna over here because we're speaking together all the time. We meet each other. We have our own parties. We have any event we have, we Garifuna, we come together and we stay because Garifuna always do everything
Together?
together.